Hey everyone, it's your girl, Maddie here, aka Beaver Mosh. And today, I'm talking to you about The Redeemer from the Athens, Greece-based band Darklon. It's coming off of No Remorse Records, and Darklon plays this epic-leaning, vintage-sounding heavy metal with perhaps maybe some power metal aspects tossed in as well. And when I say Darklon plays a more vintage type metal, I don't say that as to imply that they are simply some revivalist type band, because that really wouldn't be accurate. No. In fact, Darklon does bring a lot to traditional heavy metal that makes them sound rather fresh and unique. The songwriting all over this record is fun, it's rousing, and just full of vitality. But also it can be solemn and possess a sort of introspection as well. And the musicianship here, the riffs are great. You get righteous solos, and the vocals are just really, which I will talk about, they're very compelling on this record. Starting off with the title track, you're immediately met with these electrifying, chugging, but equally melodic guitars, and the vocals have that rousing quality that I talked about, but there's also a roughness and a physicality to them, and I really appreciate how the chanted vocals back them up with a lot of force. The chorus has this great melodic line to follow. It's really emotive, especially how it's carried by these sweeping and open instrumentals. The drumming has this satisfying skip to them, mainly staying in the pocket, but with a lot of cool clicks and snaps to make them very present. And the bass here does a great job of injecting this muscular texture with these zigzagging runs, sometimes adds a really palpable contrast to what the guitars are doing, this cool paralleling separation effect. Rancor and Agony takes on more of this flying speed metal approach. Dual galloping guitars with some soaring leads carry it forward with a lot of momentum. Vocally, this track sits between this kind of moving balladry and these chalice raising shouts. Really, throughout the entire album, the vocals bring with it a pretty unique tone that I very much enjoy. And here in this track, the guitars do these violent strike downs backed with these even kick snaps for a very satisfying groove. It leads right into this searing solo with these hammer-on licks and these soaring bends, everything you want in a metal solo. I Am Death puts the pedal on the aggression, taking in a much more thrashy direction where these palm muted chugs and flickering licks in between really take the reins here. It's a fist pumper for sure. The drums have such a sweet hop to them. The snare pops at you consistently. And the chorus here is just an example of the band's real great knack for hooks while still being very heavy and hard-hitting simultaneously. LaMatthew's Claws is a more mid-tempo cut that just feels very vintage hard rock / heavy metal in the most pure way I can sell that to you. The gain is turned up to 12 with these biting, swinging rhythms and some more bluesy chord progressions. The harmonies on this chorus really pull at the heart. You're going to want to go get your sword and get it sharpened after hearing this one. And then the technicality showcased on the solo here while still sounding very melodic. Yes. Iron Glory featured one of the most ferocious riffs on the entire record. Feels almost Motorhead inspired with its real muddy and lumbering tone, and I love the rising melody on the chorus. Eternally. It's then repeated, sung at a higher, more pronounced tone. It really sticks. The rhythm section here, the bass come through with this more punky direction, while the drums have this incessant snap and hop to them. It just really works to add some flavor and some energy. Some of the licks here sound hella Maiden without falling into direct imitation. It's a hard line to find, but they do it so correct here. Adrenaline just pumps through the stomping opening riffs on the Bloodstone. These big, swinging strums backed with this meaty bass. You're gonna have a pep in your shoulder giving this one a go. I like some of the more high, sneering notes the vocalist tacks on at the end of some of the verses. Adds a kind of weird, almost sarcastic tone to the cut. On the downfall, you get these cutting, palm-muted riffs that trade off with this nasty, leaping groove that pounces along with a bit of a syncopation. It's really cool. Overall, on this cut, the band shows their ability to get a bit murkier, a bit darker, and dare I say, doomier? The closer, Way Back Home, is a bit more of a psychedelic edge to it, with these dizzying licks and this sobering, eccentric vocal delivery in the verses. The harmonies on this one are so dense, but also pretty sweet and emotive. Yet they're backed up with these mad fills and double bass runs from the drummer. It's a very interesting contrast that you're just not gonna miss. It's hard to do that. Sing along with this one at the village pub over some mead with your mates. You're gonna have a great time. On The Redeemer, Darklon really sold the record to me with just how genuine the performances are. They sound like such a tightly put together unit, especially with how energizing and exciting these tracks come across. This may be a trad metal album, but it also is a bit more sophisticated to that. There's a lot of nuance and detail to enjoy and come across. So fans of heavy metal will be drawn to this one, both because it comes with a lot of familiarity to the genre, but also brings a lot of different and new aspects to add to a trad collection as well. So go hear this one. Go dive into it. And hey, those are my thoughts. If you like what I do, if you enjoy my reviews, hit the like button. If you'd subscribe, it would mean the world to me. I have a Twitter you can follow. Link to that is in the bio of this YouTube channel. Leave a comment. I really enjoy getting to engage with those. And hey, you right there, keep it metal. My name is Maddie, aka Beaver Mosh, and I am signing off.